most officials believe that the primary cause of homelessness is this, a lack of affordable housing. And they do have good evidence to suggest that. The evidence is that home prices and rental rates have soared in recent years. And we do have, I would be the first one to admit, we do have a housing affordability problem in Portland. But I don't believe the housing crisis is fueling the homeless crisis. I think they're two separate crises with two different sets of underlying causes. So if affordable housing is not the cause of the homeless crisis, what is? Okay? Well, before I can answer that question, and I will, I need to introduce you to the idea that there is a precursor to homelessness. And I think this is a really important concept to understand, maybe one of the most important that I'm talking about today. So what is a precursor? A precursor is something that comes before something else and often influences its development, okay? Well, Brandy Tech, who's the executive director of Path Home, she nailed it when she said this: you don't become homeless when you run out of money, which is what we think of typically. You become homeless when you run out of relationships. People living on the street no longer have family or friends to fall back on when times get difficult. I mean, if they did, they wouldn't be homeless, right? They would be, at the very least, they'd be couch surfing, and maybe their friends or family actually would help pay for their rent. So the lack of relationships, not money, should be considered a precursor to homelessness. It doesn't cause homelessness, right? But a lack of relationships must exist for homelessness to happen. So what are the real causes of homelessness? Well, one of the things that we do at Hope for the Homeless Foundation is when we interview nonprofits to determine whether or not we want to provide financial support to them, we ask them a bunch of different questions. And one of those questions is, what are the underlying causes of homelessness that you see in the target population that you try to help? And these are the people that are on the front lines. These are people that are dealing with it on a daily basis. This isn't somebody in an ivory tower trying to tell you, academically what's causing the problem. These are the people that really know. And this is what they say. And I put the first two up right at the same time because I can tell you which one is considered more important: mental illness or addiction. And it's on everybody's list. You talk to anybody that helps the homeless, nonprofits, those two are gonna be there. Third one is trauma. Now, trauma comes from a variety of different sources, but the two most common ones are women and children fleeing domestic violence, that type of trauma, or it could be veterans suffering from PTSD. The fourth one is physical disabilities, and the fifth one is a lack of living wage job skills. Notice that a lack of affordable housing was not on that top 5 list. Now, I do want to say this. I do believe it's on the list somewhere. I know of homeless people that I've known that have actually lost their housing due to rent increases, okay? So it does happen.